Hi everyone, it's maths time again. And what are we looking at this week? Well, we are looking at position and direction. And just at the moment, I'm doing the dishes. I am stacking away the dishes from the dishwasher. And I've got this bowl. I don't know if you can see, I'm supposed to put it in the cupboard somewhere. Can you describe for me where you think that this bowl, it's a very small bowl, it's the smallest bowl that I've got, where it should go? So here's all my dishes. Where do you think that this bowl should go? Does it go at the back, behind the medium bowls? What do you think? No, it's not those, is it? Do you think it goes underneath the shelf? No, it doesn't fit there, does it? I think some of you might be telling me. Does it go on top of these ceramicans? Well, it would fit, but they're not quite the same, are they? Should I put them behind the other bowls? There would be room. We could put them there. But you can see, can't you? Going to put it on top of the ones that are the same. So we're going to be exploring today, looking at the position of objects. We're going to be exploring the words and how to describe and give instructions on where things are or might need to go. So we have in front of us here an array of different items, and we're going to look today about describing the position of those items. So what kind of words would we use, I wonder? So you can see these are all different. You know what the words are for these items. I want you to pick something. It might be the key, it might be the bottle top, and I want you to describe whereabouts that is in relation to the others. Okay, so if you want to have a go, pause the video and you might turn to the person next to you. Say, I've picked the key and it is, and you describe where it is and see what kind of words that you might come up with as a class. All right, pause the video. How did you go, everyone? I hope you came up with lots of words. I hope that you've got some similar words as I'm going to write now. So if I was looking at the key would it be above? No, it would be below. That's right. So we would use the word below as the position in relation to the button. All right, if I picked the paper clip, it would be in relation to the sharpener. It would be, that's right, we could say beside or next to. Now, if we picked the flower, what would its position be in relation to these earrings? That's right, it would be above. Fantastic. It would be above the earrings. What if we have something like our rubber band and we have two items here, one here and one there. We've got the key on this side and we've got the bottle top over here. What could we say its position is? It's in between, isn't it? In between. Well, that's a long word. In between. Fantastic. What about other words for beside and below? Do we know any other words? If it's besides, we said before, next to. That's right. Next to. And instead of below, what other words could we use? That's right, we could use under. Now we'll start with those words in this activity today. We'll be exploring some other words such as left and right in other videos and what those mean. And you've already had a look at our ordinal numbers first, second and third if you wish to use those in your descriptions of where these things are. So what I'd like you to do now is an activity that involves just this, where you have a picture of items and they ask you to describe where those items are in relation to something else. So they might ask you, the lollies are, and then they'll leave a gap, the paper clip. So they want you to fill in the word. What would you put? The lollies are... Yes, you could use beside the paper clip. Fantastic. Now, if you don't have the worksheet, you can make those up and write sentences that use these describing words of the positions that they are in. Now, once you've done that, or if you think you already know those or you've done those before, you'll be able to play a game with some of your friends. So this is not a pairs activity. Usually we play this in maybe fours. So we have, in this activity, we have a leader. So someone who actually designs a pattern. So you'll have perhaps 5 different small items. Now they can be counters, but they can be anything as long as you have exactly the same items for your friends. So if you've got 3 other friends, your other friends would also have to have these exact same colours and sizes of things. So you'll have a set of those each. Once you've got a set of some things, then you get some books or something so you can hide what the designer, the leader, is going to make. So you make a pattern, because you all love making patterns. You're very good at those. So you might make a pattern like this. And then your friends are not going to know what that is, are they? Because you've got your book there covering. They won't be able to see what you've made. But they've got enough things to be able to make it. Now they're allowed to ask you questions, a bit like Zoos Who or Guess Who. You're allowed to ask questions of the designer about where things are. And you're going to use the describing words that you know about, below, beside, above, or in between, to describe where those things are. Now, if someone thinks that they have checked what they've got and they think they've got the same as what you've got, then they can say, okay, I would like to check. Can I please show you what I've got? Okay, now the leader doesn't put it down. Okay, the leader doesn't put it down until we find someone, one of your friends, who has that exact same pattern. But this is a group activity, so you're going to need to use your questioning skills, your thinking skills, all the skills that you know how to use in groups to be able to find out and discover what the designer's design is. The designer can't say a lot. It can say yes or no to your questions. Your question might be, for example, is your red above the green? What would they say? They would say, yes, my red is above the green. You could say it's not directly above the green, but it is above the green. Now, what else could they ask? They could ask, is the blue beside the green? Is it beside the green? No. And so you're going to have to think about where those things are. Now, this is a tricky game, lots of questioning. So this is for if you have finished all your activities, describing where things are, and drawing things on an activity sheet. This is something for those students who would really love to think about position and describing where things are and really get your brain thinking. So I hope that you have lots of fun, everyone, thinking and exploring all about position today. And soon we'll be looking at direction. So until next time, enjoy exploring maths in the world around you.